Today we'll talk about the first lesson in Prep 1 grade about science, about matter and its construction. It's Unit 1, and lesson 1 is matter and its characteristics. And we divided the lesson into points, and we'll talk about some points today to be easier and continue later. So, actually, we'll talk about first point, how we define matter. It's anything around us is a matter. Pencil, book, toy, bottle, anything. Okay. We talk about everything around us on Earth is a matter, which has two important things. The matter, what things the matter has. Actually, it has a mass. It takes a mass from our space and volume also. So the definition of mass is amount of matter the body contains. The body here, any body of any matter, any body, the body of book, the body of pencil, body of pen, anything. The volume is the space occupied by this body. So the mass is amount of matter the body contains, and the volume is the space occupied by the matter. And the unit for the mass is gram or kilogram, and the unit for volume is cubic centimeter or cubic meter or liter. So the second point, or the second question we need to think about, how we can differentiate the matter from the other, how we can differentiate the book from other, how we can differentiate the bottle from stove, the door from the window, anything. So we'll transfer here the answer here, or the second point here is properties of matter. Actually, it is the properties of matter. When we see a window or a door, and how we differentiate about the window by the shape. Yes, something window like square, the door like something like rectangle, whatever. The pencil is a small thing, just straight. The book is something like square also, and paper. So we talked here about shapes, for example. So let's take it detail. The properties of matter is the physical and chemical, and we'll talk today about the physical actually, and one point, our first point in the physical. So let's transfer to the figure to see the whole picture of the physical properties. The physical properties contain 7 points to talk about. We'll talk about the first point only, which actually in turn is color, taste, and smell. The second point is density. We'll talk about the following points quickly and return to the first point. Density is related to mass and volume, and we'll talk about details later. Melting point, how the ice becomes water melting, and boiling point, how the water transfer, as we see here, into vapor. And the fifth point has hardness, about how we can reshape the iron, and we will talk also about details. Electric conduction, how the electricity makes light on battery conduction. Also type of conduction, but here is thermal condition, and this is the last point about physical properties we use to distinguish. This is about important word here we'll use all the time. A property which distinguish for us. So the property distinguish for us, distinguish the matter for us. Okay, so thank you properties, thank you physical. Okay, physical properties will distinguish the matters for us. And now we'll transfer into the first point in details. The first point talks about color, taste, and smell. So color, how we can differentiate between matter or distinguish. Let's use distinguish. Ahmed, use distinguish. Okay, distinguish used to differentiate between gold and silver. So gold and silver, they are different in color actually, nothing else from the first view. Yes, gold and silver from color. The gold something near to yellow color, and the silver something near to the gray or white color. This is the difference. Let's transfer to taste. Taste, how differentiate, for example, between sugar and table salt. Sugar, actually, the both are white, the both small powder or granules. Okay, away of course from colors I used here for drawing, but actually the two are right. The difference only in the taste. Actually, sugar something sweet in its taste, and the table so something sour or hard in taste. In English, I think you talk a lot of vocab. You may define better than me. Sugar and table salt. This is for taste. So the third point and the third example, because here we are talking about examples direct, the smell, and the example here, vinegar and perfume. We use the smell to differentiate between vinegar, which is something hard or sharp, and perfume, which is something is fresh, something sweet, something lovely like flowers. So this is the difference between the two, the smell. Okay, let's transfer to the post to see if we missed something. Okay, physical and code about color, taste, and smell. And actually, this is the point we'll talk about. And before going to the question, the last thing, we need to remind each of us or remind each other that in lab we should follow teachers. In lab, in schools, we should follow teachers because teachers are aware of substances which are harmful for us, which is not. So we can't taste anything in the lab and say we are doing practical for the lesson. No, some matters. Let's use the right words. Some matters are harmful. Some matters may use corrosion for our skin. A lot of health problem. So we should take care in our laboratory. And let's transfer into question. The smell property is a distinguishing factor between the choices are A, iron and copper, B, vinegar and perfume, C, wood and plastic, D, silver and iron. So the answer, can you guess? We differentiate by smell away from our study, even by the logic. Smell, not, I don't smell plastic cup or plastic bag or plastic bottle and compare it to wooden chair and differentiate by smell. No, away. Not silver, I don't smell my ring, or not like that. So the right answer, good, excellent, vinegar and perfume. As we said, the distinguishing property for vinegar and perfume is the smell. The first thing we can differentiate these matters from other, and to not get misled or confused, I think from things that may help you in your study, that you put in your mind that when you think about the distinction between matter, we should think what is the first thing when I see the answers here to differentiate between two of these. Yes, for iron and copper, I think the first thing, color, like silver and gold, same, iron and copper. We not got confused because changed the metals. No, iron and copper, like silver and gold, like color. Wood and plastic, also, yes, color, not taste, not smell. But vinegar and perfume, yes, first thing I can distinguish when I see perfume and vinegar. I have two bottles and someone said to me something inside the bottle, differentiate. Yes, by smell. Okay, but not in lab also. In lab, we should ask teachers first. Thank you. We'll summarize quickly. Talked about matter and which definition everything around us on Earth. And the matter has two things or two, not properties, or two marks or signs. The matter has two important features, mass and volume. The mass is amount of matter the body contains, and the volume is space occupied by the body. The unit for talked about the units. Okay, the properties of matters, we have physical and chemical. We took a quick view for the physical properties. We took a quick view, and chemical just title, and I'll explain later on. The physical, we talked about the first one, which is color, taste, and smell, and how color differentiate, for example, between silver and gold, and taste between, for example, silver, distinguish between silver and, sugar and salt, and smell, for example, distinguish between vinegar and perfume, and answer the questions. Okay, see you in Arabic again, the summary. اتكلمنا النهارده عن الماس والفوليوم. الماس الكتلة، والفوليوم الحجم. الماس وتعريفها الاماونت اوف ماتر، كمية المادة اللي بيحتويها الجسم، the body contain، جسم المادة يعني. طيب الفوليوم الحجم، السبيس occupied by the body، الحجم اللي بيشغله الجسم المادة. طيب اليونت بتاعة الماس جرام او كيلو جرام. اليونت بتاع الفوليوم كيوبيك سنتيمتر، اللي هو سنتيمتر تكعيب، متر تكعيب، كيوبيك متر، او متر مكعب، او لتر. اوكي، البروبرتيز بتاعت الماده اتكلمنا عن فيزيكال وكيميكال، بس اتكلمنا عن الفيزيكال بس، واول واحده في الفيزيكال بتحديدا، واول خاصيه اللي هي الكالر، اللون، التيست، الطعم، السميل، الريحه. وخدنا كويشن سريع كده، وفرقنا اللي هو بتوين ان السميل بيفرق لنا بين ايه، وجبنا اختيارات. طبعا مش الايرون والكبر، مش هنشمهم، ولا الوود والبلاستيك طبعا، حتى باللوجيك المنطقي الفينيجر والبرفيوم. وشكرا. thank you and see you soon in the for continuing the lesson and other lessons إن شاء الله. see you. السلام عليكم.